Welcome to the missing parts of Maria Gwozdek. I don't know if I said that last name right, but I tried. I just know that this is a game where all of your choices matter to decide what ending you get. So let's see what happens. Tell me everything from the beginning. Sometimes I wonder what my life would be like if I never met him. Would I still be alive? Would I still be a bad thing if I wouldn't? Okay. February 13th. Maria, how are you feeling? Edith, I'm much better now, dear. Don't you worry. The nurse is really nice, too. Will you come and visit me soon? I promise I will, Mom, as soon as I can. Good. How is work? Okay. I mean, it's kind of chaotic and at the moment, but it's going well. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, it's medication time, dear. I have to go. Okay, Mom. I'll call you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. I was laid off 2 months ago, and I can't bring myself to tell my mother. I can't ask her for money as she is barely able to support herself. What with her illness, and I'm afraid the worry could make her worse. My landlord told me to pack my stuff and move out by the end of the week. The day after tomorrow. I haven't been able to bring myself to start packing, though. I've been to about a dozen job interviews since I got the sack. What if I get a call? I know it's stupid, yet I keep hoping. I don't have anywhere to go either. I suppose I might be able to crash for a few nights at my elder sister Carolina's place in Columbus. Both Carolina and her husband Albert are just too successful to tolerate a miserable piece of shit like me for long, though. Damn. Then I could go to my mom's place in Martinsburg. It's been vacant since she was hospitalized. Problem is, if I couldn't find a job in Charleston, what are the chances of me getting one in Martinsburg? And how do I tell Mom? Fuck. Why did I have to come to this? What am I supposed to do? Check with the answering machine, go outside, or go to bed. Let's check the answering machine. Carolina, hey Maria, did you call? We took Duck to see a movie. Duck? The Duck. I just got done playing Duck Simulator not too long ago. Pissed me off. But yeah. If it was about money, I mean, I'm sorry, but we really can't help right now. Are you really... And you really need to learn to manage by yourself. Damn, mean sister. So hey, let me know if you hear back from Walmart or whatever. It's all in your hands. Bye. Wow, sisterly love and support at its most touching. I think I'm glad you weren't there when I called. What do I do now? Watch TV, go outside, or go to bed? We're gonna do our best to be productive. I'm gonna go outside. Yeah, I could do with a breath of fresh air, figuratively for the most part, but some literal fresh air wouldn't hurt. I slide into my boots and put on my coat, walk out the door of the apartment, and took the elevator to the first floor. Outside is chilly and eerily quiet. The rumble of a distant traffic from the interstate is the only reminder that there is still life in the city. One of the street lights is flickering, plunging the already poorly lit street into darkness before coming back on moments later. I'm not sure if I'm glad or uneasy that there are no people in sight, a bit of both perhaps. I start walking, doesn't matter where. I try not to think about anything. Just absorb the stairless void of the night. I hear a strange sound behind me, like a huge wings flapping. I turn around but see nothing. But then, when I turn back again, Question mark. So they never called you back. Where the hell did this guy come from? And is it even a guy? Not Cyber Dynamics, not London Sports, not Mendez Delivery, not even Walmart. The city just doesn't need you. Damn, that's rude. Who the hell are you, and what do you want? What do you want? I am Orin, and I want to offer you a deal. No thanks, please find somebody else. I can help you get a job. Cyber Dynamics, you want them to get back to you and offer you work? I can arrange that. Are you stalking me? What part of no thanks do you understand? How does that deal of ours? Well, he knows way too much information about me. So, I'm gonna say, are you stalking me? Don't be paranoid. You need help and I'm offering it to you. Is that supposed to be an answer? Listen, you have no job. You're nearly out of money and you'll soon have nowhere to go. I'm offering you a deal that can change all of that. Okay, I'm going to regret asking. How does this deal of yours work? Everything's working right now? Okay. Good, now you want to hear about it. The deal is that I grant your wishes. What are you? Figures, I'm talking to a freaking fairy. That's offensive. You got it. We sign a contract and I grant you wishes in return for your organs. Whoa. So he is a literal mythical fairy. Okay. But he steals my organs? That explains the missing parts in the title. My what? Organs, body parts. Say I give you that job at Cyber Dynamics and you give me an ear or an eye. Oh shit, this guy is a maniac. Pepper spray him or run away. Pepper spray him. Get the fuck away from me, you sick fuck. I'm frantically fishing through my bag for the can of mace that I bought ages ago, but until now I never actually came close to using it. Is it there? Could I have lost it? Oh god, there's no time. He's going to kill me right here in the middle of the... Thank goodness, here it is. Turn this thing here. What are you doing? I aim the can at his face and press the button. The guy realizes what is happening and turns away at the last moment, but some of the spray still catches him in the eye, based on the grunt that follows and how he grabs his face. I turn around and start running away as fast as I can. Is that nutjob chasing me? I don't dare look back. Panting, I open the apartment complex door and rush into the elevator. I jab the button repeatedly, glancing back to see if he has followed me. When the elevator finally arrives, I jump in and press 4. Once on the 4th floor, I dart out of the elevator across the hallway to my door. There is a note slipped under it. I grab it without thinking, get inside the apartment, and lock the door. Behind me, I'm gasping. Should I call the police? Should I call Carolina? Could the creep have followed me? I don't think I heard his footsteps behind me, but I could barely hear anything besides my own gasping. What even was that? I'm so confused. I noticed that the note I'm still holding in my hand trembled in my trembling hand. Contract. I hereby agree to have my wishes granted in exchange for one of my organs or body parts per wish. For my first wish, I agree to part with my blank, fill in the blank to initiate the contract. The rest of the page is filled with a tiny print describing the terms of the deal. Holy fuck, the bastard knows where I live. Call the cops, throw the contract in the bin. call the cops. I dial 911. Dispatcher, 911, what's your emergency? A man is... I realize I don't even know how to explain what just happened. It all sounds bizarre. They may think I'm high. I wish I was. Yeah. Hello? A man is following me. He knows where I live. He has threatened to remove my organs. What is the address of the emergency? It takes moments before I can remember my own address, and I state it to the dispatcher. I expect the conversation to end there, but instead I keep getting more questions. My name, the phone number I'm calling from, if I can see or hear the man right now. Despite the panic, a tiny, cynical voice in my head notes that this is almost like one of my job interviews and going about as well. Dispatcher, okay, an officer has been dispatched to your address. Please wait for their arrival and do not open the door until you have confirmed their identity. Thanks. As I put down the receiver, I realized the dispatcher was saying something else just before I hung up. I slouched against the wall and wait, listening for any noise coming from the shared corridor. Well, for a while, there are none, and I find myself hoping that no one comes. Eventually, I hear footsteps. Well, this could be one of the two things I feel in my bag for the mace. Voice, police department. This isn't the sicko's voice. I sigh with relief as I open the door. Officer, good evening, madam. I am Officer Dorwish with CPD. We have received a call for help. May we come in? We? Me and my partner. No! Hello. Oh shit. He's with the police, or just in cahoots with this officer. I'm fucked with either way. My feet feel frozen into the floor, and for a moment I just stare at the two men, unable to move or speak. Officer, ma'am, may we come in? This is the guy who threatened me. I don't need help. There was a mistake. Get away from the door, or I'll mace you. This is the guy who threatened me. This is the same guy who threatened me in the street. Your partner is a criminal. I don't know what I expected to happen after saying this, but for a long moment nothing happens at all. The officer's expression remains blank. There is no sign of anger or surprise or skepticism, nor does he so much as glance at the other man, Oren, who seems to be grinning at me. Ma'am, this must be a cause of mistaken identity. I can assure you that this is my partner, and he is not involved in any criminal doings. Perhaps the person you have encountered happened to look like me. We can help you find him. No other creature on the planet looks like you. I don't need any help. Have you seen yourself in the mirror? There's no other creature on this planet that looks remotely like you. I'm surprised to hear myself saying this. I'm still scared for my life, but I can also feel anger bubbling up inside of me. The grin of Oren's face makes me want to punch his teeth in. The creep stares at me, apparently unsure of how to respond. I hold his stare and watch the grin slowly disappear from his face. Ma'am? The officer starts to say something, but Oren puts his hand on his shoulder and stops. And he stops. Madam, you are being uncooperative and we will leave. We cannot help people when they make it so difficult for us. That is not in our contract. He says contract slowly and pointedly flashes me another grin. Then he turns to leave. His partner follows him down the hallway and close and lock the door. I close and lock the door. When the elevator closes its doors and starts moving, I collapse into a heap on the floor. I feel my anger seep away, giving way to the oppressive headache. I'm too tired to even attempt to process what just happened. Instead, I break down into tears. What have I done to deserve this? I've got no money, no job. My mother's in the hospital. My sisters doesn't give a fuck about me, and now some sicko is stalking me. God, do you hear me? Why me? My whole body is shaking as I crawl into bed. I am sobbing so hard, I can't breathe. This is so damn cruel. If this sicko wants to cut off my ear, let him. Get the fuck on with it. I don't care anymore. I bury my head under the pillow and I try to calm down, but the sobbing just won't go away. My throat is burning, my head is throbbing, and my body feels drained of strength. I get off the bed to get some Tylenol from the medicine cabinet. As I head for the bathroom, still sobbing, my foot touches something on the floor. The contract. What should I get rid of? Everything's going downhill. We only have one choice. And it's the main part of the game. An organ for a wish, you say. I lift the contract from the floor, grab a pencil from my tiny writing desk, and write in. I agree to part with my ear. I agree to part with my eye. I only need one ear. Oddly, the moment I finish writing the word, my headache appears to abate. Okay. I leave the contract on the floor and go back to bed. Fuck all this. I really need to sleep. July 67. The room is huge and empty. There is no furniture, no windows, and strangely, no door. All there is a vast space between four Carmen walls. I hear what sounds like muffled voices coming from the outside. I call out, but I can barely hear my own voice. The room seems to absorb every sound. My steps are silent as I move from the one wall to another, looking for a way out. Suddenly, I sense another presence in the room. I turn around and see the dark figure with glowing green eyes. Before I can react, the figure reaches for my head and tears off my ear. The room swallows my screams. When I wake up, it's bright outside. I'm in bed, still in my boots, and something hurts my head. The phone is ringing. Did Caroline decide to show some sisterly generosity? I pick up the receiver. Hello? Voice. Hello, is this Maria Gwozdek? Yes? This is Mark from Cyber Dynamics. You had an interview with us in January for a position in the sales department? We have reviewed many applications and consider you to be the best suited candidate for the position. Are you still interested in the job? Yes, I mean, absolutely. When do I start? We'll be waiting for you tomorrow at 9. Do you remember the address? I do. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Yes, see you. I can't believe this is happening. Cyber Dynamics was probably the most competitive uh, vacancy I've applied for, and I thought the interview didn't go that well. Who cares though? I've actually managed to get a job there. That take that, fuckers. I was about to say that. All right. I begin to cry tears of joy. The receiver still pressed against my ear. Then I realized the receiver is pressing directly to my skull. Oh wow. Suddenly, I remember last night. I rushed to the bathroom and look in the mirror. My ear is missing. I didn't hear from Oren again and cannot seem to find the contract anymore. When Carolina learns that I got a job, she transfers $1,000 to my account so that I can pay my bills. The following month, and apparently to her surprise, I pay her back. Now that I have a proper job, my sister suddenly seems to like me. She invites me to her place in Columbus every now and then, and even Albert seems friendly, though. I, I grow long hair to cover my missing ear. I still feel uncomfortable in public, but I learn to manage it. And I even find a boyfriend. His name is Tim, and he's a manager at Mendez. I can't say I don't enjoy the new life, but I do feel incomplete without my ear, and I keep seeing dreams of the Cameron Carmen room. September 28th. Omar. Hi Maria, are you busy tomorrow evening? I need you here at 6. I'll be there, boss. Actually, tomorrow evening is tricky. I'll be there, boss. Okay, I'll be there. Excellent. Bye now. I put down the receiver and out of the corner of my eye, see Tim glaring at me. Let me guess, no movies tomorrow, because you're letting Omar exploit you again. I didn't realize I had a date. I am sorry. Tim, it's not like that. I just don't understand, Maria. Do you really love me, love work so much? Do you actually care about anything else? Or is it Omar? You'd rather spend time with him than me. Oof. Tim, this is ridiculous. You know what's ridiculous, Maria? The way he uses you. It just pisses me off. You'll listen to anything the old bastard says, but you're completely deaf to everything else. Deaf? Are you saying this because I'm missing an ear? Oh, for fuck's sake, you're gonna play that card again? You know that what, Maria? I'm sick of this. I'm not going to spend my fucking life with you. Fix yours. I wish you'd realize that your problems have nothing to do with your missing body parts. I only missed one. I'm only missing one. Why do you say parts? I feel a flash of anger rush through my body. I wish you knew what it's like to have a body part missing. Fuck this. I'm not going to listen to this bullshit. I watched him storm out of the apartment. I'm angry and desperate and confused. I don't call after him. Either try to stop him or tell him to he's left behind in his umbrella. I go to the kitchen and pour myself a whiskey. This should stop the shaking. Okay, I need something to do. I'll get some support from my sister. I still find it hard to believe, but Caroline and I have grown much closer even in the past few months. Oh. Okay, I accidentally hit my scroll wheel. I guess it went backwards. Calling Carolina. Carolina and grow closer within the past few months. So maybe it's because I'm finally a mature human being with a proper job. Maybe it's because I lost my ear, or because our mother has been seriously ill. Most likely, it's all of these things together. So when I need someone to talk to, I call my sister. Hello? Hey. Maria, what happened? Are you crying? No, just a little. Tim and I had a fight. Again, I'm getting sick of this guy. You've been together, what, like 2 months? Almost 4. You've been together for 4 months and you've had more fights than Mike Tyson. Okay, Mike Tyson has had a few. I complete the sentence and Carolina chuckles. Oh, that was a good joke. It was a good one. That's right. You need to dump him, Maria. I think he's just dumped me. Oh. How did it happen? Tim got mad at because Omar asked me to do a shift tomorrow and I agreed. He said some mean things that I took personally. Then he just left. Jesus, Maria. I wish he could just understand what it feels like. He's an asshole. Listen, it's really for the best that, Maria, can I call you later? Albert's calling from work. I'll call you back, okay? Yeah, sure. Thanks for listening. You're always welcome. Bye-bye. I decide to go for a walk and to get my mind off of what happened. It's sunny outside, but I take my umbrella just in case. In West Virginia, you never know when it'll start raining. As I walk out of my apartment and turn to lock the door, I hear a strange sound coming from the elevator. I turn around. Orin. Long time no see, Maria. I instantly know who it is. I thought you were a man. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm here to fulfill your wish. You already have. I don't have any further wishes. Someone didn't read the terms of her deal, did she? It's a lifelong contract. Every time you make a wish, I will make it come true. But I didn't make any new wishes. Just a few minutes ago, didn't you say I wish you knew what it's like to have a body part missing? What? You can't possibly mean that. I will make your friend Timothy understand what it feels like to be missing a body part, and you will give me a body part for fulfilling your wish. You can't do this. It was a figure of speech. It was a figure of speech. I didn't literally mean that. I want him to experience what missing a body part feels like. It was just an expression. That doesn't count as a wish. It wasn't just a figure of speech, Maria. In that moment, you meant it. You may deceive yourself into thinking otherwise, but I know you did. If you hadn't, I wouldn't be here. Is Orvin right, or just messing with me? Did I mean it when I said it honestly? I honestly can't tell anymore. It is, therefore, my contractual obligation to fulfill your wish at the price of a body part. So, what will you give me in return? An arm or a leg? Please leave Tim out of this. I won't give you anything. Yeah, I won't give you anything. I won't give you anything. Would you rather I decide to what to take? I could take your heart, you know. Orin smiles at me with a cold menace. Take my arm, take my leg. Want to have my heart? Go for it. Take my heart. You want to have my heart? Take it. Knock yourself out. I'm not playing this bullshit game of yours. Kill me and you'll never get another wish out of me. Is that what you want? I'm more angry than scared now, and Orin seems to notice. For a long moment, she doesn't respond. An arm will do nicely. The creature turns around and starts walking away. When she reaches the elevator, she turns back and fixes me with her cold emerald eyes. Maria, don't push your luck with me. With this, Orin gets into the elevator and disappears. I collapse on my knees and pressing my head against the wall. I hear a door open behind me, and an old woman walks past, staring at me as she does. I don't care. I drowned 4 energy drinks that night to keep myself from sleep. I'm afraid of falling asleep and waking up without a limb. But even more, I don't want anything to happen to Tim. I consider calling him, but what can I say? Be careful, there is a magical creature who wants to take away one of your organs, and even if I do warn Tim, can that really stop Orin? By sunrise, I can't resist sleep anymore. I turn on my stereo and crank up the volume, but I still fall asleep in my chair minutes later. July 67th. I find myself in the Carmen room again. It seems to have gotten bigger. There's still no door to be found. I notice something on the opposite wall, a window. This could be my way out. I rush to the window. My steps are, as always, soundless, but when I get close, I realize it is only a painting. In the painting, a group of children are playing on a seashore under a bright blue sky. Could there be something behind the painting? I carefully remove the frame from the wall and discover a big square hole it concealed. A big square hole it concealed. Okay, yeah. I mess up my reading a lot. Damn. Suddenly, a long black arm projects from the hole. I scream and back away, but the arm is so long and so fast it grabs my arm and starts pulling it with immense force, tearing it off my body. I feel my tendons snap and my muscles tear with a horrible sound. My mouth fills with blood. Is blood why? The walls are this color. Just before I lose my sense, I notice a pair of evil green eyes staring at me from inside the hole. The next day, I wake up with a prosthetic where my arm used to be. It doesn't really hurt, but as soon as I see it, I throw up right in my bed. That same day, I learned that Tim got in a drunken fight in a bar and was stabbed in the eye. The surgeon had to remove his eye and replace it with a prosthetic. When I come to visit Tim in the hospital, he tells me to get out. He seems to blame me for what happened. Of course, he has no idea how right he is. I tell everyone I had developed an infection and had to my arm amputated. Carolina doesn't seem to believe me. She probably suspects it had something to do with Tim. I guess she thinks he was violent. I guess she thinks he was violent or something, but she never really says anything. Omar transfers me to the less physical, demanding job. The money is still good, though. In fact, technically speaking, he has given me a promotion out of a pity. Of course, I am disgusted with myself for accepting it, but I couldn't afford to refuse. Mom is, eh, mom is ailing. Mom is ailing, and her prognosis isn't good. She has nearly all of her eyesight. She has lost nearly all of her eyesight. I come to visit as much as I can. I never tell her about my lost arm. I start avoiding people, limiting my social interactions to my family and my workplace. I feel exposed with my prosthetic, even though I learned to camouflage it well. I almost cherish my phantom pains as they remind me of the time I was more complete. Nightmares are of the Cameron room become more frequent. There is never a way out. December 7th. Carolina. Hey, sweetie. I'm still getting used to this, sweetie. Hey, Carolina. Hey, Albert. Maria, thanks for coming. Albert rushes into the hallway and helps me take off my coat. I am still adapting to my prosthetic arm, and putting on and taking off clothes is something of a pain. Today. It's a pain, quite literally, as I've been having unusual bad phantom pain since the morning. I tried to hide it though. Thanks, Albert. No problem. Sorry, I better not leave the stove for long. Albert disappears into the kitchen. So how's Mom doing? I went to Martinsburg to visit Mom yesterday. No improvement. The doctor told me, that we shouldn't be too hopeful. I see. I'll go see her next week. Can I help in the kitchen? Where's Duck? So where's the birthday boy? He's in the living room playing with his Nintendo. Will you keep him company there for a few minutes while we finish up in the kitchen? His friends will be here soon. You'll save me from them then? I promise. It's Duck's 6th birthday today, and he's having a party. Carolina has invited me even though she knows I'm terrible with kids. I guess it's just because I haven't visited for a while. She asked me to stay the night, as I usually do when I come over. I walk into the living room. Duck notices me and pauses his game. Hey there, Duck. Happy birthday. Hey, Maria. Did you bring me a present? Sure, did. But you'll have to wait for the party to start to find out what it is. Okay, Dad told me to think of a wish to make. Did you think of one? Yes, but I can't tell you. I had many wishes, but I choose the most important. What's your most important wish? Duck is blissfully unaware of how uncomfortable of a territory this is for me. I don't know, Duck. I don't have too many. I don't know, Duck. I have too many. But if you had only one you could ask for, what would it be? It's hard to say off the top of my head. I need to think about it. Okay, come on. Everybody has a wish. Tell me yours, please. It's my birthday. You don't realize how dangerous this is, child. Duck's always like this. Whenever things don't go his way, he makes a scene. He may be right, though. I can't run away from my wishes forever, or can I? There are so many things I want to happen, but I am willing to pay the price. What's your number one wish? To have my missing parts back, for your grandma to get better, for a creature called Orin to die. I don't have any wishes. If I ask for my missing parts back, he's gonna take a part back. But would he give me my parts back? I'm gonna say to have my missing parts back because it's clearly hard for her. But what would he take? I don't know what he would take. This is very confusing. Like, these are very specific choices. Because if I choose for grandma to get better, she's gonna get better, but the daughter is gonna get more injured. If I wish for my parts back, I may get my parts back, but I will have to lose another still. And if I wish for a creature called Orin to die, I will still lose a part, but he may die. And then I don't want to piss off the kids, so this is not an option. To have my missing parts back. I thought you said that. Would be nice if it came true. Thanks, I guess. Okay, now it's done. I made another wish despite of promising myself never to do it again, and I know what's going to follow. I wonder if Orin has followed me to Ohio, or if he will wait for me to return to West Virginia. We chat with Duck a little more just before we've run out of things to talk about. Two of his friends arrive. Their mothers join Albert and Carolina in the kitchen. I decide to follow suit, but before that, I need to use the bathroom. I make my way into the bathroom. Using the bathroom has become a challenge with my arm, but I've learned to manage. When I flush, I hear the doorbell ring. Another one of Duck's friends must have arrived. I wash my hands, then I lean against the wall for a few moments. The phantom arm is killing me. Just another moment. Okay, I walk out of the bathroom. Hi, Maria. He's a child now. Jesus Christ, is it? Who else? You made a wish, and I'm here to grant it. You don't have much time, though. What will you give me in return? A kidney, perhaps? A lung? Probably a kidney, because lungs are much more important. Kidney all the way. Kidney all the way. Take my kidney, but will you really give me back my ear and arm? Of course. Have I ever let you down? Fuck you, Orin. I love this. Okay, let's get this party started. Carolina comes out of the kitchen carrying a tray with food. Albert is behind her with the birthday cake. Neither of them seem to notice anything strange about Orin's presence. I think it's just she can see him. What are you two whispering about in the hallway? Come to the dining room with us. July 67th. I'm in the Cameron room. The voice coming from the outside seems to have gotten louder. They sound anxious. I can almost make out the words, but not quite. I look around. To my disbelief, I notice the door in the far corner. The door is ajar, and I see light coming from the outside. This is my chance to escape. I rush to the door. I stumble and fall on the floor. The floorboards are sticky and emit a foul smell. Is it something under the floor? I get out and make for the door. The voices are almost clear now. I can smell the fresh air coming from the outside. Feel the gentle fingers of the wind touch my hair. A dark figure appears in the doorway, obscuring all the light and muffling the voices. The emerald green eyes stare at me with a cold indifference. I back away, expecting the creature to attack me. Instead, it lingers in the doorway and then leaves, closing the door behind it. The door makes no sound, but I sense the lock turn. The door is vanished. I rush to the wall where the door was a moment ago, but there is no trace of the exit now. The voices outside are muffled now, and no light seeps through. Man, this is a lot of reading. It's getting tough. I bang my fist against the wall again and again until my bones crack and my hand starts bleeding. But the wall is cold and solid, and the Cameron surface absorbs my blood. I wake up in the early hours of the morning, and now my ear and my arm are back where they used to be. I do feel a strange hollowness inside, though. I leave quietly while everybody is still sleeping. Later that day, I go to the hospital. The doctor confirms one of my kidneys is missing. She assures me that this does not pose a threat to my life and seems to believe I was born that way. No, I was not. Indeed, the missing kidney has a little effect on my life. I have to follow a strict diet, but other than that, my life does not change much. I do feel painfully incomplete. However, I am glad to have my ear and arm back, but they feel so fake. They feel fake somehow, like incredibly realistic prosthetics. My mother dies the following month. I feel guilty I didn't wish for Orin to heal her. Carolina and I grow distant again. My sister seems wary and of me and does not seem to believe my explanation that my ear and arm have been restored thanks to cutting edge experimental surgery. I'm sure she has some crazy theory of her own, but it certainly can't be the insane reality of my situation. I ran into Tim in the street. One day he is drunk, disheveled as hell, and his remaining eye is bloodshot and slides over me unrecognizingly. I quit my job in cyberdynamics and moved to Colombia. I don't know that one. I find a job there and rent a studio apartment near the river. I enjoy the fact that nobody there knows me and I don't know anybody. And for the foreseeable future, I intend to keep it that way. I keep seeing dreams of the Carmen room, but I almost learn to accept them. Even when I'm dreaming, I know there is no way out of the room. I decide not to make another wish ever again. And this time, I better not give in. The missing parts of Maria Gwozdek. That was actually a pretty good game. I actually really enjoyed it. I probably made some bad choices, but I was mainly thinking for the character. Living life with that many missing parts, I mean, like a missing kidney, that'd probably be the most manageable thing out of all of them. So I'm happy with my choices. And that'll be the end. His eyes. But yeah, I very much enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed watching me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!